Hi there, my name is John Stevens, pastor of Zion Lutheran Church in Oregon City, Oregon, and we're part of the ELCA, and welcome to Dollar Store Children's Sermons, where we take a look at the lectionary text and we tie them to an item from the Dollar Tree. This is for Reformation Sunday, or also the 24th Sunday after Pentecost, and we're looking at the Luke text. I'm going to be using the Luke text as our text for Reformation, this idea that the Word comes to us, or Jesus comes to us. The story out of Luke is about Zacchaeus in the tree, and Jesus calls him down and says, I want to eat with you, and it's the tax collector, and there's that whole kind of a redemption or a change of heart, all kinds of things happening in the story. And so many times we want to focus on Zacchaeus and his actions, but for me, it seems to me that one of the important, or the most important part of the story is that Jesus meets us where we are. That Jesus, when Jesus comes and there's Zacchaeus, Jesus calls to Zacchaeus and says, "Come on down." And there is a want to see Jesus, but it's there. For me, it comes down to that Jesus meets us where we're at. And that's a wonderful image of grace, that God is always coming to us first. God is always making the move first. And so the item I'm using is actually, it's a classroom floor tape. You could use this. You could use a masking tape. You could use painter's tape. You could use rope. But the idea is that that you've got the kids there, and as they're there, you're going to tape a circle around them, or a piece of rope. You're gonna take the rope and you're gonna piece around them, and then you might have an adult come up and stand close to the circle and take some of the tape and move it and include them. That God is always widening the circle. That God is always coming to where we are at, and that is the gift of grace. That God calls to us and says, "Come." And God comes to us and pulls, and I'm thinking right now of Ted Peters and his word prolepsis, that God pulls us from the future that God has created for us, that God, just that love. I don't use prolepsis in the children's sermon if you don't already know. There we are. But anyway, but just this idea, coming back to that God comes to us. And for Reformation Sunday, that's a great focus, because looking at the difference between works and that we have to make ourselves right with God, compared to grace, that God comes to us and God has made us holy. God has set us apart, and God has called us and made us these people. So that's where I'm going with it. I hope it can be a springboard for your own thinking around your children's sermon. And as always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a fantastic week.